It's Taylor Bridges here with another video, specifically another review of Harlem Season 2, Episode 3. I think the name of this episode is An Assist from the Sidelines. And Harlem has been giving. Like, I've been really loving the colors. Oh, the wardrobe is so colorful. The scenery is colorful. The decor is colorful. The apartments are colorful. And that's so Harlem. That's so Harlem. So I'm super glad to see it. And I'm really liking the storylines. I'm loving the characters. I'm just really liking the season so far. They really did their thing this season. I'm really like excited to see how it all plays out. Apparently Ty's ex lives with her. And I'm with Ty. How does that even happen? Ugh. And I'm like, he's just being like, you're so petty. He's just so petty. Ugh. Like, you don't want to go live back with this lady. You're just doing it to bother her. Ugh. Like, Camille and Ian are getting steamy, and the montage of them was pretty funny. My initial thought was, is this Camille and Ian's first time being intimate since they broke up damn near 10 years ago? Because it's clear they don't know each other sexually at all. Angie is at an audition. Her wig up close looks egregious, but she killed the interview. I'm glad she started believing in the dip, because say what you will, she chose to audition for that ridiculous role. So I'm not judging any of that. I'm judging the talent, because this is a job and a job is a job. So she did what she needed to do. Ty's behind went back to the plant shop for a refund because she knocked down the cactus into the garbage disposal. She was so ridiculous, but I'm actually loving how her character this season is so ridiculous. Like, she's just like, oh, like ridiculous. Everything about Ty is ridiculous. The divorce, the dating life, like this plant situation, like her being so adverse to love. Like, she is so ridiculous, but she's hilarious. Is the plant lady gonna end up being her love interest this season? That's what I'm predicting, that they gonna end up having something. Camille discusses how her and Ian's sexual chemistry this time around is different than what she remembered. And it's like, duh. This whole scheme is premature, rushed, and ridiculous. And I'm like, not for nothing, y'all don't know each other anymore. Like, y'all just don't. Y'all don't know each other anymore. Y'all have been hiding behind this airs of illusion and who they are used to the other person being. They're not being present. They don't see each other for who they are today. They don't know each other anymore. Especially 10 years ago, you were in your 20s probably, a little early, like maybe in your 20s when y'all, and now y'all in y'all 30s. Oh, heck, you definitely, please. You know what kind of transformation one makes in their 20s? Heck, in 30, and then every year of your 30s is a grand transformation from what it seems. So I'm like, y'all don't know each other. Her eyebrows are so thick, and she already doesn't wear Camille. If I say Megan Good, well, Megan Good plays Camille. Camille already doesn't wear much makeup, and she doesn't need it. But it accentuates her thick brows. Rick Fox is playing Quinn's dad, and Jasmine Guy is back as the mother with this terrible Jamaican accent. The mom has this dude pop up that's supposed to have all these accolades, but no one cares with that crap on his head. I heard nothing he said but hair. All I heard, that's all I could hear is that. All I could hear was what I was seeing, which is his hair. But he did come off pretty gentlemanly and cool, so I could rock with him. I love guys like that, actually. Like, at the end of the day, you look at somebody beyond their appearance, because he could be a vibe. Like, if I were Quinn's friend, I'd be like, he deserves a fair shot. The hair could be changed. It's not a permanent fixture. The hair can go, but at least he's a good dude. He got some money to him. You know, he's kind, he's funny, he's witty. He can make you smile. Girl, okay. Don't be passing up on these good men out here. Angie's home, and Sherry Shepherd is playing her mom, and I'm like, that's the perfect combo. Rel is on the show. I'm loving this black family interaction. It reminds me of my family. Family is just everything. Ty is at her lesbian couple's friend's house. Pardon me, trying to observe how they manage their relationship naturally. And I have a feeling she's going to be revealed to some things she had no clue about. Like, I was like, ooh, what if they're going to end up being like super crazy swingers or just something out of this, like, that's not like totally crazy, but just something like totally unexpected that she had no idea about. I think Ty's steez this season is like going to be getting a rude awakening on a lot of things. I think she's going to get a lot of revelation this season. Like how she thinks a sexual relationship with someone just like herself is risk-free and simple. And how she thinks her couple friends are an ideal example of marriage and they're, worth mimicking. Every relationship is different. Different things work for different people. She's gonna realize a lot of things because she needs to stabilize herself as a woman and a partner and know what she wants and to find someone who's on that same page. That's more productive than comparing your relationships to what you consider to be ideal, especially when you aren't even getting 100% context. You are not with these people 24/7. Like, I don't idolize any relationship, not one. I know how this love stuff works, and you don't stand the test of time without adversity that you hope no one finds out about. People only show the good parts. Relationships get ugly. Most of us don't document that part for consumption. That's intentional. It doesn't mean it's gone away. You can fool someone who's inexperienced, but I know even the most happy couple on the outside has endured strife over time. And I know this is the truth because this is the case in every relationship, not just romantic relationships, friendships, familial, like all relationships. None of us put that out, like put the worst of the worst out there, but every relationship has adversity. So it doesn't matter. And a lot of us can say, I don't see it. I can. It's called being a human. Ty's unimpressed with their day-to-day life. She was thinking it had more pomps and circumstance. And I'm like, for me, they were being extremely realistic. Look, at our household, weekends in the household are for binge watching, cleaning, and sleeping in late. It's not some big turn up social time. In fact, it's some of the quieter moments we have around the house because we didn't work 5 days during the week having to talk to people for our living and dealing with coworkers and dealing with people. Like, no. Weekends is when it's like decompress. I want to sleep. I want to do nothing. I want to let the sunlight in, clean the house, play my music, relax. Maybe even stay up till midnight. Ooh, sleep in till 8 a.m. What? A ball, okay? A ball, baby. Ain't no turn up at all. Camille got some edibles for her and Ian. She's taking Angie's advice about not talking about her concerns. Bad idea. It's actually really healthy to navigate sexual chemistry aloud with your partner. People think it's all about attraction. If you're physically attracted to them, there shouldn't be an issue. But that's not true. They should be talking about this, getting to know each other sexually again. Talk about their likes and dislikes now compared to what it was when they were together last. Sexual chemistry, isn't an overnight fix. So, not talking about it is just going to amplify the situation. Tyler's high behind says he looks like Drake. I thought that was like a funny line to put in the show because, that's obviously what most of us already think. And it's definitely a high thought if you're like, if you're the actual person who's like high, realizing you resemble Drake, that was funny to me. He starts crying over his eyebrows because no judgment. What happens on an edible stays on an edible. To me, he's being quite normal because he's high on this edible, but it's not helping their sex vibes. Angie didn't get the Erykah Badu gig, so she's telling her family, she's been taking a lot of no's, but we know that these are the moments that we look back on and appreciate. They serve a purpose no matter what. And it's so hard to feel that in the moment, it's really hard to feel that in the moment, but it's just par for course. So when we are down, we have to snapshot that moment because once we're back up, life is an ebb and flow. We can't always be up. We can't always be down. We have to keep those moments of triumph on our brains so that when we reach, the valley again, we know that this is nothing. We've been here before with time, patience, yada, yada, yada. Things will be back on course. So, her mom clearly lives vicariously through her and has primed her to believe in herself no matter what. Auntie has such a great support system. So she's technically going to be just fine in life. Like, she has her own flesh and blood pouring into her with affirmations, and that sort of pouring into can take somebody very, very far. Quinn's mom is being super annoying over this dude. I hate parents like this. Quinn should have set a boundary on this. She's really too old for this. That's why Isabel Isabella broke up with her behind. She's childish. Camille and Ian have come down from their high, and Camille mentions how she thought all of his new moves came from things he did with Mira. And he says that stuff was from Jessica. And I'm like, exactly. I literally said this last episode, last review. They have had so many experiences with people since they were last together. It's been like 10 years. So trying to pick up where y'all left off a decade ago is dumb. There's been so many experiences in the meantime that have shaped who they are. No, y'all got to start from scratch. By the end of the episode, Ty was super bored all day, but she got to see a real couple and how they operate, you know, being at her friend's house. And honestly, being able to get along with somebody in a peaceful, low maintenance environment really exhibits like true traits of companionship, true liking for one another, true contentment with the other's company without having any distractions. It's easier to go clubbing with somebody, you know, every week. Y'all don't have to talk. There's no silence for deep conversations and intimacy. You know, y'all just turn up, have a good time. That's easy. But being able to sit in silence on your weekend when you know everybody's out there turning up, blah, 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 but being comfy with this person, feeling fulfilled and content with y'all's presence alone, that's to me a sign of liking. So the episode ends with Ian getting served with some paper. So we're going to find out what that's all about. Thank you so much for tuning in to my review. Harlem is so good so far. I'm really excited. Seems like things are moving along, which is why it seems like the review is pretty short, but things are moving along. Like, it was a cool episode. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye.